Good morning, everybody. Again and again, Democrats have chosen to put illegal aliens over hardworking Americans. That is not my opinion. That is fact. Read the bill. Democrats let millions of illegals pour in across our border under Joe Biden. Democrats gave them driver's license. Democrats allowed them to cast ballots in elections. And now Democrats are fighting. They are fighting to give illegals health care on your dime. Democrats want to take money out of your pockets and give them to illegal aliens so they can get government benefits. These aren't my opinions. These are actual facts. Go to the website and read the facts, right? But what Democrats do when they have no plan, no vision, and no leader, they have to misrepresent the truth. And they do that over and over again. And they think you, the American people, aren't going to notice. They're not going to notice. You're not going to notice that they're taking money out of your pockets and giving them to illegals. They're going to try and put their spin on it. But I challenge you, go to the website and read it for yourself. When Democrats have the choice between standing up for American people or catering to the illegal aliens, what do? They choose illegals every single time and time again. And that's exactly what they're doing again in this government shutdown fight. Democrats are putting illegals above American citizens. So I ask the Democrats, how long will it take you to put Americans first in this funding fight? I ask our senators, Senator Peters and Slotkin, when are you going to put the American people first? The people that elected you to represent them. How many times will you vote against our troops? I ask Senator Peters and Senator Slotkin, how many times are you going to vote not to pay our troops? How many times will you vote against moms and babies who rely on WIC? Against flood insurance? How many times will you vote to put illegals first and Americans last? The answer to that question is as long as the radical base keeps calling the shots.
What's going on, fam? Glad you could join me. Well, today, I'm going to be diving into this reparation situation. We got Ann Coulter, right-wing Republican. She calling it for what it is. Blacks deserve reparations, not anyone else. Just like the lady was saying, Democrats are putting immigrants in front of hard-working Americans. They're putting immigrants in front of Black Americans. They're giving them reparations. They get here, they're getting cards, they're getting welfare, they're getting the vote, they're getting food stamps, they're getting put up in the Waldorf Astoria. Well, not anymore, since the orange man done ran down on them and he's stepping on their ass like a fat kid at a HBCU in the band, you dig? Ann Coulter and a lot of other white tea people, they feel the same. They feel like, how come you guys are putting immigrants, illegal immigrants, in front of Black Americans? So we're going to dive into this video, and I want y'all to check out what Ann Coulter had to say as far as reparation goes for FBA. Run the tape.
Isn't it kind of a provocative comment in your book here, Mugged? And I think it's on page 151. You write that various groups, feminist, gay rights groups, and those who are defending immigrants have commandeered the Black civil rights experience.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's one of the most important points of the book. I mean, I think the way liberals have treated Blacks like children and many of their policies have been harmful to Blacks. At least they got the beneficiary group right. We do have to, we shouldn't. There is the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow laws. We don't owe the homeless. We don't owe feminists. We don't owe women who are desirous of having abortions, but or gays who want to get married to one another. That's what civil rights has become for much of the left. They dropped the blacks after 5 minutes.
Immigrant rights are not civil rights?
No, I think civil rights are for blacks. Wait, can I just say, what have we done to the immigrants? We owe black people something. We have a legacy of slavery. Immigrants haven't even been in this country.
The reason Americans care about civil rights, the reason we are sensitive to racism is for one issue and one issue only, and that is how black Americans were treated in this country. It is because of the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow. Those do not compare. Irish, the new groups, they always get a little bad treatment. Do not compare that to how blacks are treated in this country. You don't get to piggyback on the black experience in America. You do not get to do that just because you are a woman, an immigrant, gay, Hispanic. No, the rest of you can go F yourselves. No, this is for black Americans. We seem to have forgotten them. It's not a rainbow coalition.
At the latest Democrat debate, Mayor Pete Buttigieg promised reparations for not only the black community, but for illegal aliens as well. What's your reaction to that?
I stopped my TV and backed it up to make sure I had heard it right. Yes, reparations for the kids of illegal aliens. I did not know he had that position. You don't know what to think when they say these things. We're going to take away everybody's health care. And free health care for illegals.
As you can see, even white tea people know black folks deserve reparations, especially over all these other folks who the Democrat Party seem to just keep giving the keys to the kingdom. They ain't built nothing in America. They Johnny-come-latelys. They haven't been here long enough to say they got skin in the game like we have. Everything in America that's good, black Americans built. We carried this nation on our backs just for Democrats and other people to let these people slide in and reap the rewards and benefits of our struggle. That's right, blood, sweat, and tears are in this soil. Over 400 years worth. So ain't no Mexican, ain't no Jamaican, ain't no Haitian, ain't no Colombian, ain't no African, ain't no Brit. None of those folk deserve foundational black Americans reparations. We deserve to be rewarded and paid for our struggle because our struggle opened the doors for everybody to walk through. Our civil rights is their heaven sent. We fought the good fight so these people could come to this country and be able to get good jobs, drive cars, have running water and toilets and electricity. Things that are basic in this country, they don't even have in their land. They don't even have basic necessities that when they get here, the government is just handing it to them. Here you go. But first, you got to go ahead and let us know how you feel about them black Americans. And that's the problem. It's us against everybody. See, there's a few questions that you can ask these tethers or these immigrants or these illegals or these migrants when you see them and when they get here. Just a few questions. One of them is, how do you feel about reparations? They could claim they black. They could claim they for the struggle. They could claim they with you. But all you got to do is simply ask them, how do you feel about reparations? Many of them, not all, will say, oh, we don't think you deserve nothing. And those are the tethers. Those are the people you need to keep from around you because they're not for us. They're not for foundational black Americans. They're not even for this country. They're just here to get what they could take. They only value what they can take. Take. They ain't trying to build with us. And these are the very people that are put into our communities. They're not going to rich white folk communities. They're in the hood when they first get here. When they land, they're in the projects. They're in the hood, not the suburbs, not rich white tea neighborhoods. And they learn to get along with us because they have to. But as soon as they get their numbers up, as you can see, they go to showing their ass. They go to giving us their ass to kiss, saying, you know what? We're not like them, and we don't think they deserve anything. But one way or the other, we will get what we deserve. Reparations is not a handout. It's a debt that's owed to black Americans by this country. They're giving it to all these other countries. We're talking about countries abroad. America is paying these people reparations. And you don't hear any of these other people from these other countries running their mouths talking about, oh, I don't think those folk over there deserve reparations, or I don't think they should get reparations. But when it comes to Black Americans, people are so hateful and jealous. People really have so much disdain and contempt for us that they don't want to see us with shit, and they don't want us to have a damn thing. But if you got to the end of this video, thanks for joining me. Thanks for liking, sharing, and commenting. Leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about Ann Coulter getting down to the nitty gritty and giving them the business on who deserves reparation and who doesn't. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I see you on the next one. Easy. Who that is?
Chesley Major. Chesley Major. Chesley Major.